Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Super Syrupy Waffles, the only internet game show where everything is completely normal and nothing out of the ordinary will ever happen. Surely. Today we're going to go through a game that I haven't played in a very long time, but I decided that I should review it anyways, because, you know, maybe it's worth it. And it's Sonic Heroes! So let's put it in, I'm pumped, I'm ready, I'm excited! Oh, this is just like I remember it! So just like any other famous video game character, there are people out there, in foreign countries mostly, who put out these unlicensed video games just to get a quick buck, just to capitalize on the success of this figure or, you know, property. And if it wasn't totally obvious from the game in the intro, yeah, all of these bootlegs are horrible. So that's why we want to talk about them.
So the first game we're going to be looking at is the one you saw in the intro, which is titled Sonic 3D Blast 5. Yes, 5. Apparently the other 3 Sonic 3D Blasts weren't good enough, so we skipped immediately to the 5th one because that makes perfect sense! Aside from a few missing enemies, from far away this looks like a pretty competent remake of Sonic 1. But then of course we get to the most notable aspect of this game, the controls. They suck. Anytime you jump, there's probably a 40% chance that your jump will be completely interrupted by your movement, which is really odd. Not only that, but the movement is really strange too, with your momentum being pretty jagged and all over the place.
Oh, and the cherry on top of this whole thing? Oh, it's the music. Oh, listen to that sweet sound. Reminds me when I got drunk.
Our next game here is one for the Game Boy Color called Sonic Adventure 7.
Holy shit, my heart stopped!
This game controls horribly! I thought that the previous game's controls were bad, but this is just on another level. That probably has to do with the massive delay on nearly every input that you make with the controller. Not only is Sonic slower than my brain, but he doesn't seem to stop moving when I tell him to. Seriously, look at this. I jump down on the platform, I'm not moving at all, and I just careen right off of it. This is bullcrap! Now I would accept all of this. All of it. If it just had some good music. But instead, we get this. Composed by Satan. Another major problem is the screen crunch, which oddly enough reminded me of the original Shantae on the same console, as that game had similar issues with where you could and could not see. And because of this, anytime you try going fast, will always end up with you getting killed, because you won't be able to judge what'll be ahead of you. But even that doesn't work, because I ended up dying over and over again at the same few sections, even when I took the slow route. This game sucks balls, let's move on. Alright, I'm kinda cheating here with this one, but the website I looked at with all the bootlegs labeled this as one of the big ones. World Heroes 2 is a fighting game which just so happens to have Sonic, Mario, and other classic video game characters like Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. Going into the game made me realize that this is 100% not going to be a good fighting game. Weirdly enough, for Sonic specifically, he doesn't have a whole lot of moves, with the only useful one being this energy punch or whatever. Oh shit, Leonardo's kicking my ass! Come on, you can do this, Sonic!
No!
You know what, who likes Sonic anyways? I'm picking Mai from Fatal Fury on the player select. Alright, here we go, Mario. Your time is now!
This is the love we're making. This is the love we're making. This is the love we're making all the time. This is the love we're making. This is the love we're making. This is the love we're making all the time.
Yeah! Alright, our next game is actually a bootleg on Sonic's original hardware, the Sega Genesis. Sonic Jam 6. I'm pumped. I'm ready. Why is Mario music playing in the background? Why is Mario music playing in the background? Oh. That's right, gamers. This is just a crappy clone of the All-Stars version of Super Mario Bros., but with horrible controls. Hooray! Yes. This next game is one that really confuses me. It's called Super Mario and Sonic 2, which gives us a selection of 4 pairs of 2 predetermined characters. I'm talking about this first to help avert your eyes from the fact that Sonic here is spelled with a K instead of a C. We promise that this was not a mistake and was completely intentional. Once we select our characters, we're suddenly met with a stunning revelation.
This isn't an original game at all.
Apparently, this game is just a reskin of a Chip and Dale game for the NES, which is an unbelievably odd choice considering you had the entire NES library of platformers to choose from, and you choose Chip and frickin' Dale. The game opens with text I can't read, so I'll just create my own story. It was an ordinary morning, and Red Sonic meets up with his father human_male 03. He then is preemptively interrupted by Amy Rose, who looks like she got a facelift or something. Then all of Red Sonic's other friends show up like Big the Cat, Charmy the Bee, and Sonic the Hedgehog! And it just so happens that we don't even get to play as the cooler Blue Sonic, and instead we gotta play as his disgusting pal Red Sonic. The game itself is nothing special. You just pick up these boxes and throw them at enemies. I even managed to find and beat the first boss, but after that the game just cut to black with no way of me to continue. Weird.
Only one more game remains, and before we get into this one, I need to warn you that the things that you're about to see in this game may be a bit disturbing to some viewers, so I'm just going to give you a warning. If you don't feel like you're up to it, you could always just click off. But for those who are willing to see it, here it is in its full glory.
And God was dead.
So anyways, those were some weird Sonic bootlegs that I found crawling across the internet. And if you have any recommendations on ones that I missed, I may make a second part to this, so you always want to leave some stuff down in the comments below. And also, I may even cover some other properties like, I don't know, Mega Man or Mario bootlegs, so I can't wait to see those.